guys, welcome to another episode. Now this is very nerve-wracking because it's a very busy Wendy's. I'm at Wendy's right now. I'm gonna eat for you a live eating show at Wendy's for you guys. But you know, I'm only gonna be nervous right here in the beginning because you know, if I display nervousness, then all you will feel nervous. If I feel awkward, then you're gonna feel awkward. But you know what? Life is short, so I don't really care what people have to say. So anyways, I'll give you a quick little tour of my audience. This is literally my audience right now. And over there, that's where I ordered my food, and that's where the people wait in line. So those of you that follow me closely on Snapchat, you saw that I sent on a snap and I basically asked for just some topics to keep me moving along because, like, usually I'm very good at keeping conversation going and I know exactly what to say, but in an environment like this, I need an extra boost to keep on going. So I will be opening snaps and reading them as I go. So let me show you exactly what I got from Wendy's. By the way, this is my first time here in like 5-6 years. My whole restaurant tour. If you're new to my channel, I'm doing a restaurant tour right now. And whoa, the camera is falling. Yeah, I'm doing a restaurant tour right now. I'm visiting the States. You know, I left South America. I'm here for just 2 more days, and I'm popping in and out of all these great fast food restaurants that I'm gonna eat. So yes, all right, let me show you. I got French fries because I love French fries. And you know, I was so prepared. I did my research. I'm like, what can I eat here? Because you guys know I'm a picky eater, but I'm a conscious eater, whatever. So like, I wanted the bean burger. And they say that Wendy's has the bean burger and it's really delicious and everything, but I went to the counter and I'm like, oh, do you have the bean burger here? And they were like, nope, I don't know what you're talking. Like, she looked as if she had no idea what I was talking about. So I think it's an option at select locations. So to avoid this mistake, like, I may make sure that you call in advance to make sure that they have the bean burger. Wow, it just got silent. But anyways, okay, and instead I got this potato, and I basically ordered it out without cheese or butter or anything. It's just a plain Jane potato. It was like $1 or something. What? I actually have this receipt right here. Plain potato is $1.69, so okay, that is a little pricey. For that price, you can get like 10 potatoes at the store, but for fast food, I think $1 almost $2. It's whatever. The French fries, by the way, the large fries, $2.50. Wow, the prices have really gone up since I've last eaten at fast food restaurants. And I got my soda. Yum. I got Sprite, like you saw in the beginning. And I also got a wrap. Let me show you my wrap. Inside I have I asked for tomatoes, didn't I? I did, didn't I? It doesn't say. I specifically said you guys know when you go out to restaurants, especially fast food, they are more inclined to mess it up, even if it's so simple, like add a vegetable. So they forgot the tomato and I'm too lazy to go back, so well, actually maybe should I or shouldn't I? That is the question. It's whatever, because then they'll charge me extra 50 cents for a slice of tomato. So I just got a wrap and veggies, and I'm gonna put my potato inside, and I'm gonna make a potato wrap with ketchup. All right, let me give you a little update. I actually walked up to the counter myself, and I was like, I'm sorry, but can I please have a tomato? So they gave me a tomato, they put it on this little tray, and then I plopped it right here on top of the sandwich. There it is, 3 slices of tomato for free, and I got my ketchup. So I'm gonna add the ketchup and the tomato, the potato. I'm thinking of Trisha Paytas right now. I always call her Trisha Paytas. But anyways, I'm gonna add the potato and the ketchup to my wrap, and then we can eat. See? You know, I just have to keep on pushing through, ignore, well, maybe you're staring at the people that walk by. So anyways, let's add the food. Okay, ketchup onto here. I would, you know, mustard would be nice, but. And now we're gonna take some of this potato. Oh, it's cold already. See, I waited too long to put this on here. Here we go. It's not that bad, it's actually really tasty. Oops. So the issue is that the actual wrap is a little too small, so everything's flying out, all the ingredients are gone all over the place. But you have to make do, you know? So let me try, a french fry. Oh, the french fries are good, but I personally prefer the Burger King french fries because I like the flavors that they put onto it. That's really, I did get salt and pepper, the little packets that you get over there, you know, when you get your drink, but I don't think I'm gonna add it. I think I'm just gonna eat it as is because they already do have salt. So the first question comes from Askra Ashcraft. I've gotten questions from Askra Ashcraft before, and he says, well, you probably can't really see, but there it is. It says, thoughts on hookah. Now, this is a children's family channel nowadays, and I'm very G-rated and everything. And I don't really talk. Oh wow, that's. Excuse me, that soda like really pushed a lot out. Oh, so hookah, like, I'm sorry, yeah, like I was saying, this is very G-rated and everything. I don't like talk about drugs or anything, but in terms of that, I mean, I think it really comes down to like your body, your choice. I think that's what it really comes down. If you want to, it's like smoking anything else, or drinking anything else, or taking any pill. Like, it's up to you, and you should just be aware of the consequences. And that's really it. Like, I'm getting comments already of people saying, you eat really unhealthy, all this kind of stuff. Like why are you promoting fast food? Bad. And I'm like, because I want to. Because I want to eat this. You know, I'm aware of what happens if I overdo it. I know how to eat healthy, but personal choice, maybe I don't want to. Like, and that's like, people think that everyone is going to act and behave and think and function the same way as everyone else, and that's never going to happen. Never, ever, ever. So, oh my gosh, like, even though it's falling apart, I love the flavors on this. The potato, the potato is so good. Okay, let's see what the next snap comes from.
Don't be nervous, you
Okay, so someone wished me luck and said, don't be nervous. I'm not nervous anymore. I've really calmed down. Oh, photos of... Oh, almost dropped the phone. This happens all the time. But yeah, that was a photo from the Halloween mukbang that more of you guys really have to check out. If you're new to the channel, definitely check out the Halloween one, because that was really exciting for me to make. And I want you guys to hear that we told scary stories, realistic scary, because Orland's haunted, and we talk about the ghost he sees and what's happened to him, and we talk about a lot of things. So please definitely check out that video. Anyways.
Hey Nick, just wanted to know, number one, where are you? Number two is, what are you eating? Number three is, what are you doing for Halloween?
So I'm sorry that went by really fast and I didn't catch her name. I don't think she said her name in the beginning, did she? But she asked, you know, where I am. I'm in Florida. Number two, what am I? Well, you see. And number three, Halloween. Well, I arrived back home actually the day right before Halloween. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. Nope. Oh, sorry. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. No. To me, it's like any other day. It's not. Growing up, it was big for me. I loved dressing up. But no. Oh my gosh, so yesterday I got a message on Facebook. It was actually in the comment section, and someone sent a photo and they said, Mr. Noodle should be this. I'll flash it right here. Isn't that cute? I really wanted him to be Oscar the Grouch from the trash can at Sesame Street, but no, birds and costumes just don't work well, you know? Oh, wow. Oh, there's like little forks under here, so. And now I can go like this with my potato, dip it into the ketchup. I'm not gonna lie, it would taste a lot better with cheese, but you know what would be great? Like nut cheese or some kind of like plant-based butter.
I have 55.
But you know, it's actually really nice. It has a lot of flavor. You know, I went through a phase where I only ate like raw food and stuff, and when I started going back to being normal and healthy and balanced and sane in the mind, potatoes was one of the first things that I had, and I found so much flavor because I didn't add salt. I was too afraid to add salt and pepper and all these things, and there was so much like natural flavor inside the potato that like I didn't realize or I forgot was actually there. Okay, so I might be moving ASAP because you saw where I was originally sitting. Well, that's so much better because it's away from the TV, away from the beeping, you know, right over here. There's a lot of beeping over here. There they are, beep, 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 beep. Well, I want to go back to that corner because a family pulled in. They have children in a stroller and I'm gonna go back. Well, I'm still gonna wait, so tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-a-tick-tock-tock. So I'm gonna read, oh, Orlin says hi, everyone. Orlin says hi for the eating show. Now I'm gonna open up Snaps. Oh, here they come. See, I was like, where are they? So, someone wants to know. Talk about self-esteem in your mukbang. Well, you know, this is a perfect opportunity, right? I'm here in like the middle of a restaurant. There's people walking around. Everyone can hear what I'm saying. Like but self-esteem, having confidence is all in the mind. It's really a mind game. It's like acting or playing the violin or going out on stage and having thousands of people watch you go do something. You have to like put yourself in a mindset that blocks it out and you can focus on your craft. You can you know, there's a there's a lady that just walked by, a worker. Who cares? You have to, you know, it takes a lot of practice. You know, I was a little fluttery before this started, but yes, whoever said this, Alyssa, yes, it takes practice. And I think, you know, I have had my fair share from doing dance and from playing violin and from all the things I did. It's something you have to work on, basically. That's all I'm gonna say. You have to work on it. It takes practice. Childhood stories, says Shake Clock 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 Clay. I have to think of one. There's so many. This person says this. Oh. I don't even know. I don't know. So anyways, a childhood story. Oh. Let me tell you guys about my first, I'm gonna tell you a story about when I went to prom in high school, and I was a senior or a junior, one of the two. I went to prom with a girl named, her last name was Marshall, I forget, it's sad, I forget her first name, but that's okay. No, it's not. Oh, self-esteem, right, keep on going. Tunneled vision. Okay, so she went to a different school that I went to, and her school was about an hour away, but central Pennsylvania is very like spread out, and even though it's spread out, you still know of all the other school districts, you still have friends from other schools, and like, especially if you're involved in sports or music, or she was also a violinist like me, so that's how I knew her. She was in the Harrisburg Youth Symphony with me, and I also think that she was in one of the honors orchestras with me, but I can't remember. What I do remember is going to prom with her, and you know, right before prom, everyone they get dressed up, right? You put on your outfit, and then you exchange the flowers. I have a flower up here, it's a rose, and then she gets a corset, and I have a bouquet. No, a boodle. She has a corset and I'm the boodle, and I don't think it's the boodle. It's something. So I remember getting her the flower, and she had this really nice black dress on. Maybe I'll find a photo and flash it here. If there's nothing here, I can't find the photo. And maybe in the future I'll show you the photo. Orlin says I look exactly the same, like when I was in high school. Which is funny because from high school until now, I have accordioned all over the place. I should write a book called My Life as the Accordion. Because I am all over the, like, my weight really fluctuated during a certain period of time. Too fat and too skinny. So, someone's looking. What I liked, oh, Morgan, that was her first name. What I really loved about her is that she was so positive and so just like laughy. Everything made her laugh. And her mom, I loved her mom. Her mom was that way as well. That's where she, you know, you pick up habits from your parents, both the good and the bad. A lot of the bad, a lot of the good. You know, so I can be like my mom sometimes. And I work so hard at not like acting out her bad habits, you know. It's like imprinted into me, but she has a lot of them. Well, Morgan's mom was just like she was just like fun, you know? Like she was like a 18-year-old trapped in a 40-year-old body. Full of life. I loved her mom so much. But, yeah. So yeah, Morgan was definitely this way. And that's what, there's so much negativity, there's so much drama in the world, like, sometimes you just have to brush things off your shoulders and move on. I want to read you a tweet that I put out yesterday. Here, don't let yesterday use up too much of today. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. That's what I tweeted yesterday. Because I was in Chris's living room, you know, the mango farm I'm staying at. And she had it on her refrigerator, like a little magnet. How many of you remember my mom's magnets? Cleaning the house while the children are still growing is like shoveling the sidewalk while it's still snowing. A clean house is a sign of a wasted life. Those were her slogans to live by. Chris lives by that. Don't let your issues or your problems or your mistakes or whatever from yesterday, from months ago, from half a year ago, from a year ago, take up space in your mind today. So that's what I loved about Morgan. She was so much that way. She was so positive. And when you hang around people like that, you start to become that way. You know, I didn't hang around her as much as I wish I did. I had friends that like were kind of bad. They would sneak out the house. They would do this, and you know, I got involved in like different types of crowds, and then you know, that's the type of people I want to hang around. But then I don't want to be like that. You know, I don't want to be like that. So, leave a comment down below right now if you agree with me. If you think that's so important, so critical to like having a peaceful sound of mind. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. And again, this mukbang, it all ties into that like that confidence, that self-esteem thing. I'm not gonna let this person staring at me, which they are over there at the soda machines. Well, oh, it's stuck on that book bag. There they are. So, okay, the next question comes from Niyaz R45. You can see his name right there. I'm assuming it's a male. It could be a female, Niyaz, because it sounds like a foreign name to me. And he or she says, how is it work? You know, some people make Snapchat names and they aren't even their names. I have a person named like Cucumber Buttercup, and I'm like, okay. How is it to raise and live with parrots? Can I be in the video, please? Well, yes, you're in my video right now. Wow. So, you know, I'm enjoying it. Like, I miss Mr. Noodle, as you saw yesterday, or 2 days ago, my Taco Bell mukbang. I was like, I miss Mr. Noodle. You know, you grow attached to them like dogs. They have personality. You know, you're as smart as a 13-year-old. So many animals are beautiful, bright creatures. Like, did you know cows are more intellectually brilliant than horses? They have more mental capabilities of processing and figuring things out. I mean, all animals feel emotion and stuff, but they're smarter, you know? Like parrots and dolphins and elephants. So anyways, I love it and I miss them and it's really grown on me. Now, I will say, that's an annoying beep, isn't it? Beep, 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 beep. Well, when I first moved into Orland's house, you know, he has mango and kiwi, and they chirp all the time. They talk nonstop, and it actually really bothered me. I was like, oh, don't they ever be quiet? But then, you know, you start to like black it out. It's almost like white noise. And then when they're not chirping or whatever, whatever they're doing, you know, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, something's off. Something like, where's that white noise? So, yes, I really love it. And, yeah. This person, she says, what nursing school does to you. Uh-oh. She turned into a hairy box. All right.
So I wanted to know, what's better, Orland's cooking or all the fast food that you've eaten in the past shooting? I watch you every single day, like over and over and over and over and over.
Over and over, that's crazy. So this comes from Chelsea with a heart after her name. Again, well, maybe you don't want to know her last name, but Orland's cooking I definitely prefer. And here. Hi sloths, I moved down back over here. I think you'll be able to hear me better because I'm in the corner. I'll show you. Right, there's only, you know, a few. Okay, so. Okay, Natalie says, what are your favorite foods? My favorite foods are definitely avocados. Oh, wow, it got very shadowy. The other day, Chris asked me, you know, since she's at a mango farm or whatever, because she knows that like my diet's changed here and there, and she's like, so what do you eat a lot of where you live? What's your favorite fruit? And I said avocados. Literally, if I had to pick one fruit to live with for the rest of my life, I would pick avocado, just because it's so versatile. It goes great with rice, it goes great with beans, it goes great on bread, and it's one of the healthiest fruits. It has more minerals than most other fruits, and I know it's high in fat, but it's like, you know, healthy plant fats and everything. So yeah, I'm most satiated when I eat it, whereas if I eat like a bowl of berries or something, or grapes, or I mean, I do love, here are my other favorite fruits, mame sapote. I wish I could get more of that where I live. It's very hard to find. I like the Cuban variety of mame sapote, the like bright red one. And that's like it for fruits. I'm kind of over fruits. You guys know I lived off them. I'm moving on. I like potato. I love like traditional Colombian food, like arepas and plantain chips and veggie stew, like soups and rice and beans with avocado. That's a staple. I love their fruit juices, like maracuya, which is a type of passion fruit. So yeah, that's what I would say. I know you said foods, not fruits, but okay, here it is. I thought I exited out. Okay, now it says, what are your favorite Netflix shows? I talked about this a few days ago, but I'm like addicted to House of Cards and Orange is the New Black, and I refuse to start anything else because I'm gonna get addicted. Like, it's bad that I'm addicted to 2 shows already. I just don't want to waste my life away sitting on there watching, even though, no. I'm gonna stick with House of Cards and Orange is the New Black. Both 2 are very entertaining, and they're very different from each other. House of Cards is darker. Yeah, I would say. And lastly, do you plan to learn Spanish? I do. People here in Florida that I've seen, you know, I have some friends here. I have a bike, you know, and like she's working, and it's like I feel bad. I'm the one that needs to get picked up. I'm the person that needs all the help, you know. So the people I have seen while here, they all ask, "How's your Spanish?" I'm like, poquito aprendiendo. They're like, "You said aprendiendo last time and the time before that." Oh wow. Danny Flowers says to talk about college, so let me tell you a story from college. I'm trying to think. There's so many, because, you know, but I want to keep the appropriate, I want to talk about the appropriate stuff I did. Oh, I threw my fork away. Well, first of all, let me talk about my freshman year. You know, freshman year, it's like new start, new beginning, new friends. I'm in a new location. I feel somewhat independent. Yeah, so freshman year was probably most exciting. That's where like most ups and downs went. It was like the most roller coaster. Well, that's not true. Yes, it is true. Okay, if I had to say which year had more roller coaster humps, well, I would say it was freshman year of college. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, I was a music major at the Catholic University of America playing violin. I was there for a violin performance, and let's first talk a little bit about music. Well, you have to audition for spots in the orchestra, whatever, and the music school's kind of small. It used to be a lot bigger, it used to be a lot better, but when I was there, you know, they had like one symphony, university symphony, and they combined the undergrads with the grad students, with the PhD students, and master's is grad, and whatever, you know, so it was one bit, and still the orchestra wasn't even that massive. That's how few, you know, it was a small music school. The only reason I went to the school, by the way, is because the violin teacher, and I also waited last minute, and I was very unsure like what I wanted to do, and I thought I wanted to be a performer, but I didn't know if I wanted to go to the conservatory, and I don't know. So anyways, the nice thing about that, so it's small, and already I was like the big fish in the small sea, which was good and bad. It was good because it gave me a lot of opportunity. Like, first of all, you know how they rank you in the orchestra? I ranked top out of all the undergrads, you know, the freshmen, the sophomores, juniors. Do they even go by that? Yeah, they do. Juniors and seniors, I ranked top. And so I was automatically disliked, like, who's this, you know? So, but I was also it's the nature of the beast, you know? It's a very competitive world, and everyone wants to have a better chair, and so yeah, I stuck out in that way. But I found my niche by doing violin for the musical theater department, because I loved musical theater, and you know, they usually didn't have an orchestra, they had a band. You know, you have like the drums, you have a piano player, you might have an upright bass or a cello, one violin, a trumpet, a clarinet, and that's it. You know, very small, I mean, a small school. And they usually had the master's or the PhD students do it, the doctoral students, or it was some of the hired freelancers in the DC area. Well, I was the solo violin, the only violin for a musical called Nine, and oh my gosh, that just like was so much fun. And the band sat on stage as the actors, you know, went all around us and sang and danced and everything, and it was just like, oh, I felt it was like my time to shine, and I really enjoyed what I was doing, and I loved the musical theater teacher. Her name was Denise Perticelli, and she worked on Broadway. She was the keyboard player for Mamma Mia in New York, so she drove from New York to DC all the time. And so right off the bat, as like this new face of the university, just the sound of it, or the way I was working, like, I mean, I was like doing these cool gigs where I really stuck out. And so I got to meet people through that lady Denise, some producers. I sat in the pit with her on Broadway. I went to go up one time. When I no, I wasn't living there. I went to go work there for a freelance, like a fringe festival, and I stopped by on Broadway and like sat in the pit with her. That was really cool. So that was, you know, those were my highlights. I'm thinking of highlights here. Yeah, so many musicals. What else besides Nine did I like do the music for? Well, they, the musical theater department, they had a group, because this lady, like I said, the one from Broadway or whatever, she had these connections, and I don't think they still do it anymore. They only did it while she was there. I don't even know if she's still there, but they would take a group, like a handful of, like the best musical theater students in the university, and they would take them over to the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, which is in DC, and it's like a world-renowned landmark, a stage, a venue, and they did something called the Millennium Series, Yeah, the Millennium Stage, where they have like local freelance artists come and perform there. People from all around the world and local people. So she took the select group. Everyone had to audition for it, all the singers, and she chose me 2 years in a row to be in the band. It was just me, one of her friends that she contracted, and then another one of her, and then PhD student, I believe, who was on clarinet. What was his name? Ben, yeah. Was it clarinet or was it reeds? I think, you know, those guys, they play multiple instruments. They can do clarinet and oboe. So that was really fun. And then we went on tour to all the little embassies, that musical theater group. We went to the Bulgarian embassy. Did we go to the Italian embassy? No. I went to the Mexican embassy, and I was playing with a grad student cellist and a pianist who was a PhD student, and we played like a trio. Oh, and then we did a string quartet, and I was second violin for that. The first violinist was, what's her, you know, I don't even remember. So I did lots of like, again, I stuck out, and so there's more opportunity for me in the small scenes. I really wanted to go to the Ukrainian embassy to go to, you know, just do a little show there, but that never happened. I tried contacting them actually to learn Ukrainian or to learn Russian. Oh, wow, got my fries. So I had a lot of neat performing opportunities, I will say that. Wow. Cold potato. Not very appetizing. And since this university was like, I don't even know how to say it. It's not like super well known, but it is well known like by the locals. And it was right there in DC. And here's the thing. The school was located at the largest basilica on North America. It's like one of the biggest churches in the world. And it's right there on the campus. So the Pope came one time. They have like all these special masses for this bishop and that bishop. And it was just very like, a lot of money's there, and just I remember Renee Fleming, a famous opera singer, came to do stuff like a master class for the opera singers. The opera department had a really strong teacher. The piano department had really strong teachers. So while it wasn't like super huge or really big name, there's opportunity, especially for me. I think I was lucky. I was very lucky, and if I went to like a conservatory, I would have been down at the bottom. I would have sucked compared to a lot of other people. You know, I can't play Paganini Concerto perfectly. You know, I can't play a lot of things. I'm not like this amazing, like perfect player, but I'm saying the competition was lowered, so automatically I had like a little boost. So yeah, I think that's really, I mean, there's so many other stories I can tell you. Like I did lots of little performances on campus, like I said, for all the little things. Okay, this person says, mess weather. She says, come back to Norway and do a mukbang with Norwegian food, please. I was only in Norway in transit to Thailand, you know, in the airport. I didn't even leave the airport, so I didn't even get to see it. So I feel like I wasn't even like really there. So one day I might. I don't even know what. Fish? When I think of Norwegian food, I think of fish because it's like Finland up there, cold fishing. I don't know why. Okay, Barbara. So I posted this on Snapchat right before bed, and then, you know, you can see an area, and she was like, is that your kitty? Nope. Well, I just said haha. So anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna finish the cold potato with the proper fork. I have to go get another one. Yeah, now it's like, you know, Wendy's was nice. This was a nice thing. I think Burger King was so far my favorite, and Taco Bell, I don't know. If they had that bean burrito, that bean burger here, I think I would have been a lot happier, but so yeah, I don't know what to say now. I'm just kind of like pecking at my food. The trip is already more than halfway over. Tomorrow's my last full day. But, you know, I'm always in surprises for you. I always have surprises for you guys. They're always planned and they're popping up. So I have a surprise. Tomorrow's mukbang is a special, you'll see. Tomorrow's gonna be special and different. It's another little surprise. It's not like a huge thing, but it's something different. So tomorrow you're gonna have to see what happens. And yeah, and then Sunday, I get back on a plane and I go home. I pick something up in the morning, early in the, I have to get up at like 5. and then I bring it home. Yes, it's like, it just like fell from the sky. I forgot that was over there. Ups. Ups. Okay, hold on. Let's add some ketchup to this. Ups. Oh. Excuse me. What else should I? So many backed up snaps. They just accumulate days after days, and I forget to like open them and press them, and it just keeps going on and on and on. So I'm gonna open some of the snaps from like last week or a few. No, this is just from yesterday. This is all from yesterday. Let's see. Let's load all of them. Loading, 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 loading. Oh, I think because the internet's being, the Wi-Fi, yes, it's just on, you know, it's like a little fan. Well, it's only on the little, down at the bottom, the last little hump. So it's not a full fan, so the Wi-Fi's not very good. Okay.
I know how much you love entertaining from watching your mukbangs, and your talk about mukbang was fun. And you're confident. I'm jealous. You go, boo. Oh, and P.S. Thank you. Thank you for caring enough about your little sloth to still upload on your journey. Have a fun night.
I know her. Her name is, wait, do I? No, Amanda Ostello, or maybe it's Ostejo. If it's, it looks Latin, the last name, Ostejo. I like her, you know, she has been, she helped me, you know, you guys actually really helped me. When I go through like rough spots or I'm unsure of what to do, or like I go through problems, sometimes I'd like to hear from you. Sometimes I'd like to hear what you think, and like you help support me to figure out like the next step in life. And so like she kind of helped me right, I think, if I'm thinking of the right person, I'm pretty sure that's her. She helped me right when I started doing this new format and video, and I was like, I don't know, because, you know, I started doing these like last year. I started doing mukbangs a year ago, but then I took a long break, and she helped me. She helped, you know, she gave me feedback, and I really appreciate that. So, okay, garbanzo beans. What's this? Sloth love, hello, sloth. And we have, oh, she's saying that's her. That's her comment. Woo, yay, thank you so much for commenting. And we have, when Bae puts on his cheetah pants, like Cheetah Girls. That was a Disney movie. How many of you saw Cheetah Girls? I like Raven Simone.
Some are saying noodle. Sit. Sit.
Oh, she's eating pasta. Sending out wedding invites and listening to your soothing voice. Happy marriage to you, Angela He and Thomas Hang. Right? Angela Twain. It went by so fast. I'm very sorry, but I'm glad that you like my soothing voice. And I hope that your wedding goes well. If you need a violinist, call me. I play many of them. Okay. This person says, laughing. Oh, it goes so fast. Okay, let's try. It was black. Someone speaking a different language. And oh, my fingernails are gross. See, I was pulling weeds in the garden. I was helping out Chris, you know, just for like, I only did 3 hours this morning, just pulling some weeds. You know, I want to earn my keep. I know she's doing me a huge favor by letting me sleep on her couch. So I said, Orland said, which I was right next to him when he typed it, I was like, I'm willing to help out around the house. I know a farm is a lot of work, so if there's anything that I can do, you know, I'm not a lumberjack, I'm not a strong man, but I can do little stuff. So I was pulling weeds in her garden. That's why my fingernails look disgusting. So anyways, I don't even know what I just saw. A girl with a cat. Hi! And
good morning from Texas. I just want to give you a snap to let you know that I think you should do Broadway.
I should do Broadway. You know what's so funny? I'm not like the best actor. That's what it really comes down to. I'm animated, but I'm not good at like or maybe, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the best actor. Playing different roles. You know, I can like accentuate or like embellish upon my natural my natural personality. I can be my klutzy self and knock stuff over. I can tell jokes, but in terms of like playing a straight man, you know, like a manly man, in terms of playing like, just making sure no one's behind me when I say this. Just, you know, in terms of playing someone like, or like a villain. Well, I could play a villain. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not versatile. So no, Broadway wouldn't be for me. However, when I was in 4th grade, my 4th grade teacher, I was very sad about something, and this teacher was very strict. She was known throughout the entire school district of being very strict, and just her husband was a German officer in like the military or something. He came over like a sergeant, something. Not saying that has anything to do with it. Maybe it does have something. She was just very strict, very strict and cutthroat and scary. She scared the children. I remember one time, I'll get to the story. So we're you know, it's silence in the classroom, and she's sitting on her chair at the top of the room reading a story or reading directions, and we're all supposed to be attentive with their hands closed. This was not Catholic school, I mind you. This was regular public school. And Tia Martinez was like fiddling with her thumbs or playing with a pencil, and the teacher, Mrs. Von Stein, that was her last name. Doesn't that sound scary? Miss Von Stein. She took her books and went over to Tia, who was, you know, not even paying attention. And she went right on the desk, and everyone jumped, and Tia flew back, and it was like this big to do. And she put her face right into her face like this, and she said, "In the hall now." So she was just very frightening. Anyways, I remember one time I was very upset about something, and she was handing back our books, our assignment books, and we had to get in a single file line, and you know, you approach her desk to pick up the book, and I get the book, and she says, "I didn't see a single crocodile tear on your face. You should do Broadway," or something like that, like, "You're gonna do Broadway." Because she thinks I put on this big show, and it's like, just because I didn't cry doesn't mean I wasn't hurt or sad or whatever. For what, I don't even remember the details. Maybe she does. So, no, if I ever do Broadway, I'm gonna be in the pit orchestra playing the violin. I watched the book for Lion King on Broadway. I was in the pit for Ghost, the musical. I watched the book for that. Mamma Mia, but that wasn't like for me to watch the violin book. That was just for me to hang out with my, you know, my teacher friend. I love the energy under there, and being able to provide the backbone. You know, without the music, it ain't no musical. So maybe I'll do that. I feel like that's still very competitive, but it's more so about connections and who you know. I was only allowed to get into those pits because I had a friend of a friend of a friend of a producer of a blah 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 blah. Or I emailed like the violist for Lion King. I just sent him an email. I'm like, "Hey, I'm a freelancer. I'm trying to, like, you know, get into the network. You know, do you mind if I come sit with you in the pit so I can just watch the book and, you know, get the vibe? You know, I'm very young. Can I learn from you?" And he was like, "Yeah, you can sit next to me." So sometimes it takes initiative to get stuff done. Anyways, you guys, I am done. I think this mukbang went a lot better than my Burger King mukbang because the noise, I feel like this is, you can hear me so much more betterest. And thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow for that surprise. And have a really good day. Please give this a thumbs up if you liked eating with me, and let me know what you ate. I forgot to even ask. And I'll see you tomorrow, and subscribe if you're new, if you want. You don't have to. But there's like a party in the sea. My hair looks like a hedge. It looks like a hedge.